Rosh Hashanah, Daf Dalid. How's everybody doing? The Gemara tells us that Daryavish, to begin with, he let Klal Yisrael build a Beis Hamikdash. She was a really good person. But later on, Hichmitz, he spoiled. So Gemara brings three rayas that he spoiled. The first raya is the only reason why he allowed Klal Yisrael to build a Beis Hamikdash was because he wanted the zchus for himself and for his sons. And anytime a guy that says, I'm giving this tzedakah on condition that my son should live, it's a bad thing. Why? Because if it doesn't happen, it doesn't work out the way he wishes it to happen, he'll get into a fight with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Whereas a Yisrael is considered a tzaddik gomer. Because Yisrael does it with Shem Shamayim. He understands that if it doesn't work out, it's his own fault, not Hashem's. Another reason is because Daryavish commanded to build a Beis Hamikdash with 3 rows of marble and 1 row of wood, and continue 3, 1, 3, 1. And the reason why he did it is because he wanted a backup plan. That if Klal Yisrael would rebel, he'd be able to burn down the Beis Hamikdash, and obviously that's a bad thing. Shlomo HaMelech also inserted the wood in the Beis Hamikdash, but it was recessed. It had a layer of lime. It was different. Another reason is because he loved his dog so much. He put his dog right next to him. He loved it more than a queen. The Gemara tells us that when Klal Yisrael learns Torah and loves Torah as much as a guy loves his dog, then Klal Yisrael is zchus to kesem ophir, which is a beautiful golden jewelry. We learned in the Mishnah that the first of Nisan is considered Rosh Hashanah for Yantav. The Gemara explains it means the Tesvav Nisan, Pesach. And for what halacha? The halacha of Bal Ta'achar. And that is that if a person pledges tzedakah or a carbon or a whole list of things that we'll see tomorrow, we have a 5-way machlokes. When is he over on the Issa D'Oraisa that he didn't bring this tzedakah? According to Rabbi Meir, he's over immediately after 1 Yantav. And we're going to have a sheet of 2 Yom Tovim, 3 Yom Tovim, 3 in order, and here it is. Rabbi Meir says any Yantav, because it says Uvasa, you come to the Beis Hamikdash, v'haveisem, and you bring the tzedakah. Chacham say no. That pasuk is just a mitzvah saseh. You have a mitzvah to bring the tzedakah. According to Reb Eli, as long as 2 Yom Tovim, doesn't matter which one, could be Shavuos and Sukkos, let's say, you're over. Because it says Mayadeichem, which is plural, 2 Yom Tovim. And Chacham say, Mayadeichem comes to say that the Yom Tovim, the Karbanis of the Yom Tov, bring a kapar for Klal Yisrael when they're over on Tumas Migdash v'Kadashav, that's going into Beis Hamikdash with Tuma, eating Kachim b'Tumah. According to the Tanakama, it's 3 Yom Tovim. After 3 Yom Tovim, you're over on not bringing the tzedakah, as it says in the pasuk, b'chag ha'matzos, b'chag ha'shavuos, b'chag ha'sukkos. And the 4th sheet is Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, who says that it needs to be in that specific order. First comes Pesach, then Shavuos, then Sukkos, then you're over. In fact, according to Reb Shimon Bar Yochai, it's possible to have 5 Yom Tovim in a row until he's over. How? If a person pledged tzedakah right after Pesach, so he has Shavuos, Sukkos, Pesach, Shavuos, Sukkos, which is 5. And Rabbi Elazar Reb Shimon says that it's Sukkos that decides. So as long as 1 Sukkos goes by, then you are over. Reb Meir and Elazar ben Yaakov, they say that the pasuk b'chag ha'matzos, b'chag ha'shavuos, b'chag ha'sukkos is coming to tell us a hekesh. That Shavuos, although it's only 1 day, but you could make up the carbon chagiga that you're supposed to bring on Shavuos, on Yantav, just like you're supposed to bring a carbon chagiga on every Yantav. And if you forget to bring it, let's say on the first day of Sukkos, you have 8 days to bring it. If you forget to bring it on the first day of Pesach, you have 7 days to bring it. So we learn a hekesh Shavuos to Pesach. And Shavuos, believe it or not, you have 7 days, even though they're not Yom Tovim, 7 days to make up the carbon. And why not 8 like Sukkos? Because of the famous concept of tafasta merubah tafasta. If you have 2 things in front of you, one is 8, and you have a lower number of 7, we go with the 7. The Gemara tells us that Shmini Atzeres, the 8th day of Sukkos, Chag b'vnei atzmai. It's considered its own Yantav, but only for 6 things. Pazer kashev. But for Tashlumim, to make up a carbon, you forgot to bring the carbon chagiga on Sukkot, then you would be able to bring it on Shmini Atzeres. Now, what is Pazer Keshev? Real quickly, the Pei stands for pious. Pious is, there's a special raffle. It doesn't go with the Korbanos of Sukkot. All the Kohanim get to go again in a raffle to see who will bring the Korban on Shmini Atzeres. Zayin stands for Zman. That is, you say, Shechiyanu v'kiyimanu, a special Shechiyanu for Shmini Atzeres. The Reish is Regal. It's considered its own Yontif. Kuf is Korban. You bring your own Korbanis. Shin is Shir. There's a special Shir Shel Yom for Shmini Atzeres. And finally, the Beis is a bracha. Here Rashi says it means that they give a bracha to the king. In Sukkah, Rashi brings another pshat that it's Shmon Esrei and Birkas Hamazon. You say Es Yom Chag Shmini Atzeres Hazeh. You don't say Chag Hamatzos. Have a wonderful day.